Boss Up Academy, where you can get all your real estate and business updates. I have Shemeca Campbell with me tonight, who is going to talk about real estate. A lot of people are interested in real estate, but we're going to talk about taking your real estate game to the next level as an agent. So go ahead, Shemeca, introduce yourself to our audience.
Okay, I am Shemeca Campbell, and I'm a realtor in South Carolina and a broker in North Carolina. And I service the Midlands area, anywhere, to be honest with you, from Midlands all the way up to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Okay, so while Facebook builds our audience, we'll be right back. Okay, we are here and we are live. So, Shemeca, tell us, how did you get started in real estate?
Okay, so for me, I started real estate. We're looking into it December 31st, 2018. I told myself I wanted to do something different, something new, just a totally different feel. And at that moment, I was also pregnant with my second child, London. And I was just kind of like, just keeping it real. I want something I can do where I'm stay-at-home mom. I can have my baby with me, still make the income that I wanted to make. And just after talking to my brother Jamie and his wife and a few others, and I told him I want to get into real estate. And right after I had her, like my sister-in-law kind of say, I just kind of took off from there. Like a few weeks after that, I ended up going to real estate school.
Okay. So, what did you do before real estate? Because there's a lot of people that want to transition from, say, and were you in a 9 to 5 before?
I was, yes. Yes, I was. Right before real estate, I was working at Amazon, and I was the one, how they say, the walkers that do 13 to 15 miles a night. That was me. So I did Amazon, and before that, I kind of did different type of warehouse jobs. I even had some office jobs as well. But just leading up to that, I just got to be honest, I was kind of like, I need something different, and I'm not the type that like to wake up early in the morning and I had Amazon work late at night. I'm like, this is not working out for me. I need to do something where I got more control over my schedule, more control over my time, and I want to step out and become self-employed and be my own boss.
Okay, so where did you get the courage from? I know you said that your family was a big support for you, right? But how did you personally have the courage to say, okay, I'm going to be doing things dealing with contracts, paper, and pencil, and I'm used to manual labor?
All right. Well, like I said, I'm going to keep it real with you. When I end up leaving Amazon on leave, and I never forget my last day, and any workers that's still there, they'll tell you, I told them personally, I am not coming back. I said, I need something different. I need a change. I can't do it anymore. So I would just keep it real with my faith that I have in God. I prayed about it, and I told God specifically exactly what I wanted. And my father always told me, write the vision and make it plain. So I know a lot of people are going to say it was kind of crazy, some of the things that I had on there, which was I didn't want no cap as far as salary. I wanted to be where I can keep my daughter with me. And my daughter turned 4 in February. She have been side by side with me since I had her, pretty much. And where I'm able to work. And there's a few other things that I had on my vision board. And from just praying and just having my faith in God, I decided to just step out and just try it. And I knew with God, I wouldn't fail. I already knew. As long as I listened to him, he already told me just follow my steps and I got you. And I mean, it just been up from there, to be honest.
Okay, so you started out as a single agent, right?
Yes. Yes.
And you joined a real estate team, right?
That's correct.
And then you was on a real estate team for about how long?
I was on a real estate team for 1 year. And after that year, I ended up starting my own team with another partner. And we did that for about a little over a year. And
Okay.
I keep it real, Erica, your company is the bomb. I told myself, literally, I tell people, people don't move me. If God don't tell me to move, I don't move. I don't care what it is, what situation may be. I don't care if something signed way much better. If God don't tell me to move, I'm not moving. So after having my team with another partner and they decided to part ways, God told me this specifically, he said, stand still. And that's exactly what I did. And I did work solo my third year for about maybe 8 months. And then I remember calling you and I was saying, Eric, I think I want to start my own team. And you gave me just so much, you encouraged me a lot. And then you gave me so many tips on how to go about doing that. And not just that, coming to real estate, I did realize being on a team and you able to have extra team members that can give you that extra boost and just help you out. I'm like, I really want to be able to help a lot of people that come out of real estate school and be able to assist them the exact same way I was assisted when I first started.
So let's talk about where you are now. You went.
Yes.
Sometimes we have to keep pivoting,
Mhm.
right? And we can't be
Right.
complacent. And then we
Mhm.
have to regroup or reset sometimes, right? Because you went
Right.
from a real estate team to forming your own team with a partner. Then
Right.
you had another reset by yourself. And
Yes.
then now you are catapulting to another level
Yes.
with others, right?
Yes, yes, yes. So it's very different now. So right now, since I have my own team, I did have to sit down by me being the leader. It's different when you have is you and somebody else that's doing it together. Totally different. So me now being the leader over my team, I had to sit down and, you know, I have a college degree also in business. So I had to go back to those management skills, those marketing skills, sit down and create PowerPoint so that whenever I have my classes, I always have classes when I have new agents. And I like to show them step by step what it takes to be a good agent. So I had to create those power slides for them, create steps on how to have those seminars. And it's a whole nother ball game when you have your own team, you are your own specific leader. So just sitting down and applying everything I learned from school, everything I learned from you, just everything I learned just being into real estate so I can break it down and teach to all the other members. Totally different ball game.
Now, you don't only just have team members that are real estate agents, but you
Correct.
also employ people.
That is correct. So before I even started my own team, I ended up doing, I call it my personal team. My personal team is my assistant, who is also my lead generator. And then I have my own personal coordinator. So with them, what they do, they help my day-to-day basis thing. So my coordinator, which everybody knows, my sister Alicia, she been with me full time since I first started. So all these crazy ideas I had on, I want to be a real estate agent, I want to do this and do that. She was like, I'm gonna follow your lead. Like, if that's what we're gonna do, that's what we're gonna do together. And then Kendra, I met Kendra over a year ago. Kendra again, who's my assistant and lead generator. So what she do, I know you guys notice if you ever call my business phone, she's going to answer it and she's going to direct you to me or answer any question that she may have. On top of that, she also assists my clients with getting pre-approved. So by me having a personal team, it allowed me to be able to help even more clients, have more closings, be even more successful in my business. And it's also enabling me to really take my real estate to the next level by me having my own personal team.
Right. And then we got a comment here, Hannah Campbell, and you've been killing it ever since. You are a gem and waking in your calling through it all. Favor is all on you and your team.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. A lot of prayer, but prayer works. So I can definitely say that helps me and my team to really be where we're at now and where we're heading as well.
Jenny Stokes is on here. You got your fan club representing now.
Yeah.
She said Shemeca Campbell Best realtor, hands down. We thank you so much in assisting us with closing on our dream home. You are a true go getter, fam, and you inspire me in so many ways. We thank God for you and for opening our eyes to be our own boss. Love you, fam.
Oh, see, they better bring my tears to my eyes. Don't y'all do this right now. Yes, so that is the thing. Even with me being a real estate agent, as Jeannie was saying, I always encourage others because I know if I can do it, trust me, anybody else can do it. And the reason why I always say that is because a lot of situations, a lot of things people may have been through. Trust me, I've been there. I had to shake myself and how the young folks say, get right. I had to shape myself and literally get right, get some advice from others. So I enjoy trying to help others to excel in whatever else they're trying to do, especially if you're trying to be your own boss. I'm definitely there for you all.
Then we have another card, Lamar Robbins. She is marvelous, is a marvelous leader and mentor. And he's one of your
Yeah.
team members too.
He is. Lamar is also my best friend. So Lamar has seen me from the very beginning, going to real estate school. Now a lot of people heard my story. Literally, you see the pictures, holding my 4 week old baby. I'm feeding her, rocking her, studying at the same time. He's seen when I graduated. He's seen that I know we make real estate look easy, but he's seen the actual struggles for me to get to where I'm at today, and for him to be encouraged. He is now his own boss. He ended up going to school. He was like, I think I'm gonna be a real estate agent. I'm like, Lamar, you would be awesome at it. You love people just like I love people. And he went to school, kill it. I mean, he's already out here with listings and pre-approvals, had his first seminar, and that's what it's all about. Not just keeping all of this, education just to yourself, but expanding out to others.
Right. And so Mr. Kennedy said faith.
Yes, I'm big on faith. In our church, my father, everybody know he's a pastor, but his motto is walk by faith and not by sight. So that is how we grew up from small to where I'm at now. And that's why my faith is so big in God, because I know with him all things are possible. So even Nakima knows without faith, we would not be where we are today.
And he's a good, strong support, a part of your tribe, your village, your
Yeah.
support system.
Very like he does it all. He also, especially if I have listings in Charlotte, he's one of my runners, the one that's going out to take the signs. Or when I actually had an open house, he actually have attended the open house to make sure I was safe, I was okay. Do you guys need anything? So he's always been a big supporter. And another person I cannot leave out, who's also a big supporter, is my sister Lakeisha Campbell. And I see a lot of people say without real estate, it's a family affair. It really is. We all work together, and business wise, we are all doing some type of business, and we incorporate together to work together. So, for all my support team, definitely, I love you guys, and keep supporting me. I definitely appreciate it. And y'all know I always return the favor.
Now, there's a flip side to working with your family.
Yes,
So,
yes, ma'am.
how do y'all like manage it with keeping business and family and personal relationships separate?
Okay, so it's pretty easy. I'll tell you this. So, for just an example, like me and Alicia, what we do in the mornings, we have our business meetings. When it's business meetings, we don't want to talk about anything else than with personal. And also, Kendra as well. We normally have it about 8:30 every morning just to catch up on everything. So, and the same thing with Lakeisha Campbell. Like she called me, she say, "Hey, when is the next closing? I need to get all the gifts and stuff together. When is your next event so I can get ready to set up?" So when it come down to personal, that's it. That's the only thing we conversate about is personal. Business, we can do that hour or two later. But we have learned that when it come to business, straight business. They just talk about business and we'll talk about everything else later.
Okay, so you can rely on your family, and a lot of people are
Yeah.
scared, to get to co-mingle family and business, but it does work, and then that's been a great support and a great foundation to your success, right? Would you say that?
It have, and for me, I know a lot of people know I have a big family. It's 8 of us total.
Oh wow.
So yes, a lot of it. I have 5 brothers and 2 sisters. So of course, I got to be honest. My oldest brother, Mike, and I, he been in business for about self-employed for about over 20 plus years. So of course, if I have any questions, I can always call him or I can call Jamie because all of us are doing some type of business. And yet that makes it a little bit easier knowing I can just call them, depend on them. If I don't understand something, they can help me understand. And what some people don't realize, even though I'm into real estate, everything else still take a part in, such as marketing, management, all of that is a huge part of real estate. So if there's a portion I don't understand, I have a big family. A lot of them I can call and talk to, and if one don't have the answer, the other one gonna have it. So that makes it a little bit easier for you, for me, as well as my father, who's also he got a degree in management marketing. So I can always call him. So I just have a big support. It's just really good to have friends and family that support you. And I tell people this too: if you can surround yourself around positive people, even if it's family or friends, people that's encouraging you, telling you, okay, listen, you can do this, you can go to the next level. Always encourage yourself and always be around others that encourage you as well.
And like you said, so actually, even though your father is a preacher, that's a type.
Yeah.
Church is a type of business.
Yeah.
You got to have leadership skills. You got to
Mhm.
be able to do certain things just like you would a for-profit business, right?
Correct. That's correct. And like I said, just watching my father, and like it's still a business, just watching my father from a young age up to now. And, I'm able to follow his footstep as far as the business, being able to be a successful business lady is because of me just watching him and how he handled business. So all that plays into play.
So, if you had to pick, would you remain
Mhm.
a single agent, or do you feel like you made the right decision by building a team?
I know for sure I made the right decision by building a team because I not only just love working with my clients, but I enjoy being able to coach and show the next person on what to do. Team building itself it can take a lot, but when you have a team that actually listen, and I like to motivate my team. I like to encourage them. And like I said, I see a lot of people, a lot of realtors that may not be successful yet or having a struggle getting into real estate because they don't have extra guidance. And that's another reason why I want to do a real estate team so I can motivate, show them, if you're doing a listing, hey, this is how you put it on the MLS, and be able to break everything down with them. So I enjoy just being a team leader over a team. So I would definitely say being, you know, over a team versus a solo. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. I like helping people.
Okay, and so you get to, and also with your business model, you are able to do show your downline how you do things. So duplication of
Yeah.
yourself can actually help you reach a greater audience.
That's correct. That's correct. And also, with me having a team, also, and this is one of the things that I really really love about it is I have done a lot of transaction. So with my team members, if they are going through a certain thing with a client dealing with a contract or anything, I'm actually able to assist them to help their clients get to the closing table. So I tell people this all the time: if you can, join a team. It would not hurt you to join a team and have that extra assistance for somebody to be able to lead you.
Because actually you're reducing people's learning curves,
Mhm.
right? So they don't
That's
have to put
true.
their hand on the stove to figure out it's hot because you're
Oh,
gonna guide them and tell them, okay, you need to swerve on that pitfall.
right, right. And it helps them too to get farther along, So, and just another example, and I'm kind of proud of myself. I got to pat myself on the back for this one. I got to go back to my team member Lamar, he only been a real estate agent for 3 months and got his first listing. And I got to be real with you, a lot of real estate agents know coming out into real estate, it is hard to get your first listing within the first 3 and 6 months. Sometimes it take a year. So I know with me coaching and guiding him, hey Lamar, you gotta market, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. I said, Lord, he gets so tired of me. But he say, I love when you tell me how to do it because it's working. I now have pre-approved buyers. I have this, I have that. And that is because, trust me, you're getting that extra boost, that extra help to help you along the way and be a little bit farther along than a lot of real estate agents that are just coming out from school.
Because no man is an island. We gotta
There you
have
go.
that
That
cohort,
village.
and he really
Yeah.
does listen to you. So,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of and you're still recruiting to your team, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What type of people do you look for when you're recruiting agents?
All right. So glad you asked. Number one, you have to be self motivated. I can tell you all day, hey, do it this way and that way. If you're not going to be self motivated and want to do it, that's not going to work. Another thing is you have to love or at least like people. If you don't like people, it's just not going to work. Real estate is about dealing with clients, dealing with lenders, dealing with attorneys. Another thing I always tell my class is always having that professionalism. You got to be professional at all times. This is a professional business. They don't want someone that's always out of pocket. You got to know how to be able to control yourself. Another thing is you have to be at least try to be an excellent communicator. If you can't get out, hey, we need to do this and do that, you can stop a deal from happening. So you have to be an excellent communicator, but that's something we can always work on, being on the team. Another thing is I always tell my team that you have to be just a go-getter. If you're not going to market it, you're not going to do management. If you're not going to put 100% into it, don't even bother to even say, hey, Shemeca, I want to join your team because you have to be able to make sure you can do all of that. Another thing is just being creative, making sure you understand and know what's going on with the market. If you're not able to help your client, you don't know what's going on with the market. I mean, how are you going to be able to help anybody if you don't know what's going on? So I just advise all my people, like, you have to really just take all these little bullets and all these little pointers I'm giving you and apply it. If not, then unfortunately, you cannot join Shemeca County Realty and Company with Erica Homes. But all that is in work in progress.
So most of these things, even if you are lack the confidence or you're not as
Right.
poised professionally, that as long as you, if I'm hearing you correctly, as long as you're
Mm-hmm.
teachable,
There you go.
then you will
Yes.
help them polish those skills
Oh,
and
yeah.
put them on the path to success.
That is correct, and that's one of the main reason why we have the different. We have our own personal seminars and everything, and that's one of the reasons why I want to make sure if you don't understand something, if you're lacking any of those skills, I can help you. I can help you, get you in the right direction so that you can, be good with those skills and be able to do it. So yes, if you are lacking some of those skills, no worries. We can definitely get you up to speed, but you have to be willing and, as Erica said, teachable.
Okay. So you're hiring now. Do you only hire full-time agents or do you hire part-time or both or showing agents? Who do you hire?
I hire everybody, if it's part time, full time. And the reason I do, and I don't know if you remember the conversation, Erica, when I first told you I wanted to get my own team. And I was kind of like, I'm only going to hire full time workers. And then he was like, why? Some people want to do it full time. So basically, I would have been cutting people kind of just off if they couldn't do full time. But I realized full time, part time, you're going to be a showing agent, anything to get your foot in the door doing real estate and being your own boss. I am hiring everyone that's willing and able and teachable.
Right. Because a lot of people are going to experience what you experience, where they're trying to
Right.
transition from a 9 to 5. May they be working first
Yeah.
shift, second shift, third shift, and they don't have the financial stability to just jump off the bridge or jump
Yeah.
off the cliff or jump off the porch, as they say, to
Right.
do this. So you can help them bridge that gap until they're able
Mhm.
to transition even if they're part time or just a showing agent that's trying to get their feet wet, but you can help them on the path to transition into full time, right?
That is correct. And I always tell people this too, how they say you have to crawl before you walk. And it's no shame if you are a real estate agent and you have to work a full-time job so that you can get to one day being a full-time agent. So it's okay if you're not able to come straight out. And that's another reason I'm glad that you opened my eyes to, hey, Shemeca, no, not just full time. You need, get help the ones that's gonna be part time and stuff. And I do realize I'm so happy that after talking to you, I was able to see exactly what you were saying because everybody just can't come straight out and be full time. I was just fortunate enough. I was pregnant. I was still on leave. I was still able to receive, a little bit of pay to get me through until I can become an agent. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Even after I received my license, May 31st, that'll be my 4th year into real estate. We also have our own cleaning business. So I never forget when I first started in May, even in June, I ended up purchasing me like a little headset and whatnot. And I would literally be talking to clients while I'm cleaning up like houses and apartments. So you think about it, I wasn't 100% full time because I was still working. Still had to do something where I could still make some money. And I wasn't ashamed. I wasn't ashamed at all to clean whatever I had to do until I could have my first sale. And after I got my first sale, I was still able to do, now I had two things on my belt. I had my own cleaning business as well as doing real estate. So I mean, you got to crawl before you walk, and it's okay.
Right. So you can go through that transition period. And a lot of people, I mean, because real estate can really be a cutthroat business.
Yes.
And
It.
a, a lot of people are not successful in real estate. You see a lot of people, I got my license. Oh, I'm working at Wells Fargo. I'm working at this job. Oh, I had to get out of real estate. It wasn't working out
Yes.
for me. So you are that 13% success
Yes.
story versus,
Mm-hmm.
because real estate has an 87% failure rate.
Mm.
So for you to be among the 13% that actually survive the first
Right.
36 months in real estate is an accomplishment within itself. And to
Right.
have expanded to actually having your own team is
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal in the time frame that you've done it.
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
what advice would you give to somebody that may not have the courage to jump off the porch?
Okay, so I have spoken to a few people that are currently working full time, and I'm very thankful that they took the courage and they are now in real estate school. So what I always tell people, this is here: if there's a way, there's a will. For one, you have to stop making excuses. And one thing about real estate school, and I have told a lot of people, they make it very easy for everyone now. You can do it virtually. You can go to school Monday, Wednesday if you want to. You can go to school on the weekend. I don't care if someone said I completed school in 3 weeks, even if it take you 10 weeks or, a little bit longer, it's okay. It is okay to take your time and, like I said, do it virtually so you can be on self-paced or whatever. And I mean, I know this fall for real estate, but it's also for any other career path that you might want to take. And you kind of like, I'm scared. I have the kids, I have the husband, I have the dog, whatever it may be. You can do it. It's okay to take a step by step. Take it step by step and write it down. Hey, I want to set a goal where, I go to half school and I'm finished within a year. It's all about taking that first step. I want to apply first. Okay, let me see what availability they have because I am working. What days can I actually go to school and still complete? It is okay, again, to crawl before you walk, but you got to take that first step of actually putting in the work. And I always say work. Faith without work won't work. It will not work. You'll just be sitting in the same place next year and the next year. You got to start somewhere
Well, you got
and stop being
somebody else
scared.
from your fan club, Kalia
All right.
Thomas. If I'm saying, I hope I'm saying her name correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Shemeca Campbell definitely always motivates me to keep going no matter what life throws, and I'm
Mm.
so grateful for her.
Yeah, and Kalia, give it up for her. Kalia's also on my team. She's a real estate agent, and the thing about Kalia, and I'm very proud of her, is about a year ago, she said to me, she said, Mika, I want to do something different. And she said, I know I love people. I want to do real estate. My words to her, and I tell a lot of people this, you can do it. You know, Kalia took that first step. She went to school. She have graduated. She have her license. And Kalia, and this here might probably encourage a lot of people, Kalia does it. She works and she also do real estate. So that's another thing, another totally different than Lamar. It shows you you can do it. Kalia can do it. If she did it, you can do it. Lamar did it, you can do it. So hey, it is possible. It's just all about taking that first leap of faith and getting out there and doing it. Having
And Mr.
courage.
Kennedy said, "Boss up, Black girls rock."
My
And
biggest
then,
supporter.
yeah, Lamar says Shemeca pushes you to do your best, and it helps when she makes you step
Yeah.
out of your comfort zone.
Oh, that is correct. Lamar, like I said, he did his first seminar Saturday, and he did an excellent job. And so we got together, and this just showed you the type team leader that I am. We got together and we did his slides together. And I had Lamar, I said, now you read the slides to me and show me how you're going to present it to your potential clients. And he literally just, read everything out. But I like to take my time and be there for my team members. Even with his first listing, I make sure I attended his listing with him, told him step by step how to put the house on the market. And that's what it's all about. Some people feel like, hey, even though I know, you better just learn yourself and figure it
Right.
out. But on this team, as like he was saying, we go step by step, no matter what it is.
And people need that hand holding. And there may be, and
Right.
not just speaking to people that are getting licensed, but there are some
Mhm.
people that already have a license that do
Right.
not have the support system within the real estate game that they need,
Mhm.
that's going to give them the tools to actually take their business to the next level. So if a person that may have done one or two transactions, but they
Right.
haven't reached their full potential, would you give them
Mhm.
the same advice or would you give them different advice?
No, I would give them, to be honest with you, I would give them the same advice. And I really, it don't matter if you've been a real estate agent for 2 years. And like I said, just the way that my team operates. If you've been a real estate agent for 2 years and you join my team, which I have had some that have joined my team that being, other teams are just solo. I still take them step by step, especially if they only had one or two transactions. You already know, hey, something, if it's only two transactions in 2 years, something went lacking. So my thing is, I'm going to treat you like you just got out of real estate school. And I always tell my team members, I'm not treating you guys like, little kids. But here's the thing, when you go to school, what the teacher do, they break everything down to you. They want to make sure you understand. They take it step by step. So that's exactly what I do with my team. If you've been a real estate agent for 5 years, 1 year, 10 years, everybody get the same treatment. I like to teach you the way that we operate so you can be successful.
And Lamar just chimed in and said, I often tell her, you got to hold my hand on this one.
Oh, he tell me that every time, but I'm okay with it. He's very teachable, like all my other team members. So I'm okay with holding his hand because I know he's gonna get it right. And I mean, he's learning very quickly, so I don't mind.
And then we got Angelica Cannon. I
Yeah.
haven't had the opportunity to close on a deal with Shemeca yet, but I admire her grind, her grit, and her willingness to
Oh,
help others. She is true to the game and operates in excellence. So people
thank
are
you,
watching
Angelica.
you even when you don't think that they're watching you a lot of times.
Right. Right. And that's my thing. I always try to, like I said, encourage others, even though, like you said, I don't know if it's happening, but it's like I'm doing all right. But I'm a very laid back, chill person, and people will often say when I see them in the store, well, Shemeca, you're doing your thing. I'm just like, okay, thank you. And I think that is because No, I don't down myself, but I set high expectations for myself. Even though I have my vision board that I did, me and my sister did it December 31st, I'm always revising it. So I tell people it's okay to revise your goals and everything. So when others say, "Oh my God, you just sold this amount of houses," I'm just kind of like, okay, that is because by that time I don't dabble in my mind or my vision board. I need to dabble what I already said I was going to do. So, I mean, yes, it's encouraging others. At the same time, I'm just still pushing myself even more, making revisions all day. And I tell people that I had somebody ask me a week ago, how is it that you're able to just continue to get to the bag? For one, if you treat people right, and I tell my team this all day, you put your clients first, other than, God first, but put your clients first. Don't worry about the money. The money will follow later on. You'll get the money, but put your clients first. Watch how many transactions, how many referrals and stuff you get just for treating people right. And I tell
And
people all day, I mean, that's the
Alicia
thing.
says, yes, you are definitely there for your team. You are a wonderful team leader and agent.
Oh,
And then we got
thank
Mr.
you.
Kennedy. He says, great info to take in. Lamar, she's a goal setter and a goal achiever,
Yes.
hands down. And then we got a couple amens.
Yeah, they know how hard I push myself extremely hard, and that's only because I know a lot of people may think I am, but I'm not at my full potential. I got a lot more that I want to do. I don't think I ever be at my full potential, and I will use this as an example. I tell my team this and my sister, you have Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're what, billionaires, but they always coming out with something else. You're not supposed to stop. How are you going to help others if you get a standstill and you stop at one particular spot? I don't have, and that's one reason I want to be my own boss. I don't have a set amount that I'm trying to make or trying to do, or a set amount of people I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help everybody buy a house. And I tell people that when they say, "How many houses are you trying to sell?" All of them. I'm trying to help as many people as I can and just encouraging them. If you can rent, you can buy. So that just how I am.
Yeah, so that is good. So now you when you're motivating everybody around you, what
Yes.
what do you do when you are not motivated to keep yourself going?
All right. Well, I love vacations. So what I do to keep myself uh, intact or together. I know our first quarter, when I tell you we worked a lot, me and my personal team, like when we put in hours. We are past how some people cut off what 5 and 6. I told Kendra, I said our cutoff time is 8 o'clock. She texts me at 9:30. Shemeca, we got to do this. I'm like, wait, we got to have a cutoff time. So what I do after I know I don't done so many transactions, I take a break. And my breaks, as you can see, going to include a trip with my family. It's going to include a trip with my fiance, or just a trip with my sisters. So I have to do stuff like that to keep myself balanced. If you don't have a balanced life, it's not going to work.
Because burnout will be inevitable if you don't have these
Yeah.
reset points. And a lot of people get so caught up in this treadmill of going, going, going that
Right.
they never cut it off.
That's true. That's true. And then eventually, when you start getting burned out, you start having, health issues and stuff like that. And one thing my father told me when I called him this year, it was with February, and I was talking to him, about real estate. And he said to me, he said, you got to take a break. He said, if you can't help yourself, how are you going to help others? So I'm like, you know what? Let me get online, book me a trip. He is absolutely right. It's time for me a little break. But he just try to make sure that I don't burn myself out. If I'm not healthy, how I'm going to serve the community, how I'm going to help anybody else. So that is true.
So not only you changing the lives of the people around you as far as your spirit influence, your inner circle, your family, but you're also reaching the masses through the work that you're doing.
Right. That's correct. That is true.
So if you had to take unless and then people the side that people don't see, you talk about these
Mhm.
endless hours sometimes for
Yeah.
weeks before you're able to take these reset breaks. But when you're
Mhm.
not doing a vacation, what are you doing to keep your sanity?
Mm, for me, it may be as simple as sitting outside, just relaxing, or going to the park. Just the simple things. And I love my babies. I always talk about my babies. I love my babies. I feel at ease just taking them to the trampoline place, and I'm just sitting there, just watching them have fun. Putting my phone on mute, and that's another good thing about having a personal team. Because Kendra already know I can say, Kendra, I'm with my babies or I'm doing this and doing that, no calls. So by me having my personal assistant who's able to let anybody know, hey, she'll call you back later on today or tomorrow, whatever. That helped me out a whole lot to just be able to sit there and get my thoughts together. I like to just sit there, even if I'm just watching TV. Just the whole point of relaxing.
And then some people are scared to hire people, right?
Yes.
Because you got your agents, and then you
Mm-hmm.
got your personal assistant, your personal transaction coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
that their livelihood is depending on you. How do you
Mm-hmm.
overcome to say, I'm gonna cut this pie?
All right. So this is what I tell my team. I like to keep it real. The more transactions we have, the more money that you guys would make also. So what we do, like I said, we have these meetings in the morning time. Hey, where are we at? Okay, we need to do some more marketing. We need to do this. So by us doing that, I have constant income flow that's coming in, which means they have constant inflow coming in. So we increase. It is nothing for us to increase our workload. And I mean, when I say we increase, it on Facebook, like, geez, oh my God, they're closing, they're closing, they're closing. Trust me, we don't have the pep talk. And I'm like, okay, you guys, it's time to get some more clients. You know, and then I do have the times when I know, and I personally plan this thing. If I know I have, like I did in April, I did take I took a 2 week trip. So we did plan our closings around that. But I make sure, hey, nonstop. We always say all gas, no brakes. So right now we're in the mode, the same thing, all gas and no break. So by me having that income coming in, I'm able to make sure they're good to have that constant income coming
Favor baby, the God team.
in.
That's from
Lakeisha Campbell,
Lakeisha.
that's my sister, the event coordinator. I was talking about her earlier. Kiki's very motivated. She's also her own boss, have her own cleaning business as well. I got a lot of bosses around me, you guys. And the thing is, we get together, like we were saying earlier. When it comes to personal, it's personal, and we can sit there and talk about business for hours and how we can help our business to take it to the next level. And when her coming along doing and she's my gift creator, and I call her that because she is just that. All my clients are, oh my God, this is nice, not the simple thing. I even had someone that shared her gift that's in Hawaii saying this is how you should give your clients when you're a real estate agent. So that's the thing. We sit around, we motivate, encourage each other, we pray together, we do all of those things, and it's just working out in our favor.
Iron sharpens iron. The Angelique.
Yes, 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 yes. I totally agree.
So you talked several times about your
Mhm.
morning meetings,
Yes,
right? And they say the early bird gets the
there you
money.
go.
So
Yes.
you've mentioned over and over that y'all actually meet on a daily basis.
Yes, and we have to because of the overflow that we have. And I have had lenders even said to me, especially Miss Gwen, Shemeca, you email me because I know they're gonna get it to the morning once they get up. You email me at 3:45 or 6:45. I'm like, you guys, listen. Sometimes I spring up and I just start working. So by the time you guys may wake up, you may have, hey, it was an offer already accepted. I'm just letting you know it's an offer. We're submitting the documents over. You can go ahead and get started. And that is correct. The early birds get the worm. So by me having one of my babies who's in grade school, I had to get up at 6 o'clock. So I automatic have no choice but to start my day early. And I self motivate myself to just stay up and just start working. And another thing I tell my team and myself is I don't have a choice. So some people are like, what you mean by you say you don't have a choice? I tell people I don't have a choice but to work the way I work because I know what I want. I know the lifestyle I want for my kids. I know the generational wealth that I'm trying to, have for my kids. So I don't have a choice, and I'm okay with it. It's the life that I chose, and I'm okay with it.
So so the reset every day, and motivation is like
Yes.
a bath and we need it every day, and that connection to those like-minded people is starting your
Mm-hmm.
day every day. And also I've heard you say y'all are touching bases on your goals, not only for the day
Mm-hmm.
but your overall goals for closings and what you want to do to meet certain energy in certain levels of success, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So, when did you start implementing these daily meetings? Or how long have you been
We
doing them?
actually Wow, we actually been doing it now for about I say 6 months, and we wasn't doing like we were supposed to when we first started, but we realized we was letting a few things slip through the loop. I'm like, wait, Kendra, I don't remember this person. She was like, oh yeah, da da da, and I'm like, wait, Leisha, I don't remember this person. Then they like, Shemeca, we don't remember this person. I'm like, wait a minute, we got to have these morning meetings to make sure we are on one accord. If your personal team is not 100% on one accord, something gonna fall through the loop, and you don't want that. You don't want a person to feel overlooked or you just forgot about them. So by us having these morning meetings, we are making sure that we touch bases on everybody that we're supposed to have talked to, call back, or whatever it may be. And I mean, it's working. It is definitely working for our personal team. I think our workload, be honest with you, have doubled since we started having these morning meetings to make sure we can accomplish everything that we need done.
Okay, Lamar's back on here chiming in. She's taught me that the early bird gets the worm, the money. So that's why we have marketing in the early morning hours. So when people wake
Yes.
up, you showing up on their timeline.
There you go. First thing you're gonna see. Yeah, he listens. Lamar listen very well. He makes sure he get his marketing in. And I always tell my team, if someone say they are marketing too much, they have all the power in the world to just hit that button and unfriend you. Because people already know in this business, most of your clients are gonna be strangers. It's gonna be people that you don't know. And they pay attention to um, if you're very consistent with marketing, consistent in making sure just you're calling people back when you're supposed to. They pay attention to all of that, and guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna tell the next person, "Oh, Shamik was on top of her game. She didn't play. She called me back. She called the lender. She called the attorney. She was on it." So consistency, I mean, very important. You got to start early too, this and keep it up. Whatever you start, keep it up, especially if it's working for you.
And a lot of people have a hard time with relinquishing
Mhm.
control and
Mhm.
delegating. How have
Mhm.
you overcome wanting to be, because most people that are a leader or
Right.
has, a team leader experience some kind of control and being able to delegate. So how have you been able to relinquish control and delegate to
Mhm.
your team and make your customers or your clients know that it's okay to deal with us as a group and not as a single point of
Yes.
contact?
Okay. Well, I'll give you a good example when we had our Lamar had his seminar, and I say our because we are a team on this past Saturday. And some of the clients there say, "Will we be working with you or Lamar?" I say, "You're working with the whole team." And the way we operate is when you hire one, you hire all. So you feel more than comfortable working with Lamar. Because here's the thing: when you see Lamar, you're going to see me, or if you see Kalia, you're going to see me. So that's just how much we operate. So it make our clients feel very at ease to know that, hey, I might have signed paperwork with one agent, but I'm talking to two and three. They all on one accord to make sure they help me meet the goal that I'm trying to get to. So, and with the control thing, I talk to my agents like professionals. I treat them, hey, you already know, like adults, I guess you could say. So it's not so much they look at it like control, they look at it as learning experience, or you actually teaching me the game. You put me on game to make sure I'm going to be successful. So that's how we look at it. But a lot of our clients are very happy to know, oh my God, I hired one, but I have 3 or 4 agents that's assisting me. And it looks really good when you go to show a property and it's 2 agents that come. Oh, they love it. That's a plus for our team also. We literally work together.
Then we've got here Miss Lawanda says Shemeca
Yeah.
Campbell is the best.
Thank
And
you,
Lamar
Lawanda.
said there is no I in team. This is what she instills in us. It's we.
That is correct. And that's another thing. Remember, you talked to our team was about, it's always about it's us, we, our. It's not just an individual person, And I always tell them to, same thing you tell me, don't be, call me anytime. You need me, I got you. And so a lot of these skills that I'm teaching my team members is what I learned for you, Erica. I'm just keeping it real.
Oh, well, thank
And
you.
yeah, you're very encouraging. So what I do the same thing. I'm very encouraging to my team. I let them know, hey, I'm here for you if you need me. Don't be scared to call me. And they're not. They're very open to calling me, because I make sure I make them feel secure, like we got this, and anything. When I keep it real, I don't know. We call Erica. Trust me, she know. She the business very, very long. I tell everybody, I feel like you just know it all. So I'm like, whatever I don't know, trust me, our team, the person, the boss lady herself, she knows. So hey, we covered.
And I admire you too, Shemeca, for when I've seen you step back and then catapult forward, and that you're
Yes.
always so supportive. You always just have the best spirit, the best vibe. I don't think
Yes.
I've seen you in a ill mood, even
Mm-mm.
when I've seen you face adversity with dealing with certain people in certain
Right.
situations that may not have been fair to you, but you
Mm-hmm.
still came with your pleasant
Smile.
attitude and showed
Yeah.
up. And it's one of those type things where it's that little light of mine is going to shine. And I don't have to tell nobody that it's on, that
Right.
people can really see the
Mhm.
God in you and what
Oh,
you're
thank
doing. And
you.
I think that that light that you
Mhm.
illuminate actually is what brings people into you in your comfort
Right.
zone and being able to relate and being able to be comfortable with you and doing a transaction or you becoming their leader. And then
Yeah.
here we got some more comment. Oh, thank you, Alicia. She said this is amazing. Amen. And then
Uh-huh.
Jenny, she is the sweetest person. And then Erica, she has patience like no other. And
Yes.
I mean, Lamar has really, and I know that you touched on this a few times, but Lamar has really
Mhm.
been putting in the work. I mean, he knows these properties, he knows these listings.
Oh,
He's
yes.
very, he knows the prices, he
Yeah.
knows square footage, he knows when the
Yes.
I'm like, man, I don't even know this stuff.
Yeah, I'm telling you, and with my team too, I put them on. They do weekly. They had to email me over what their weekly goals are. Because if you don't have goal, what are you trying to get to? And I kind of push them like, if you're going to market, you got to know what you marketing. So Lamar, he took the whole list and he made sure he learned them. He can tell you off the top of his head because he's kind of like, hey, Shemeca, you said if I'm going to do this, I need to be the best, you know. And another thing too, just going back to my, I guess you say personality. This did not happen just overnight. I had to pray to God and ask Him to anything that's negative in my life, show me the positive side to it. And that's one of the main reasons I am very, very positive. I can take any situation. I'm going to turn to something positive. I'd rather be happy than sad. I'd rather smile than cry. So I just try my best to just be a positive person. Like I say, encourage others because I mean it's working. I like being happy.
Right. And then we got another comment. Lamar
Yeah.
is not playing any games.
Best
And then
friend not playing.
so and you know what? You won't believe we've been on here for an hour. Can you believe it?
What? Already?
Yes. So I would like for you to wrap up, let people
Yes.
know where they can find your team, how they can contact you if they're interested in transitioning into real
Mhm.
estate or they already in real estate, but then they need that extra guidance that could take their real estate career to the next level by joining your team.
Yes. So either way, you can find me on Facebook. Other than my personal team, I do have a separate page that is Shemeca Realty Income with Erica Holmes. So you can easily message me on there. You can also reach me on my phone number, 803-724-8577. I'm also on Instagram. You can find me on there as well. And I'm just available. Unless I do real estate full time, I am available. If you want to sit down and talk, if you are already a realtor and you want to figure out what can I do next, just give me a call. I'll be willing to meet with you. And if you think about getting into real estate, like my other team members are, I have others that have reached out to me. I am available for us to do, a talk over the phone or a meet in person, so I can give you some, tips on how to go into real estate school and go from there. But I am available.
Hey, Hannah Karen, so proud of you and the team. And then Mr. Kennedy, early bird gets the money. Yes, but I really do appreciate you taking the time. And I hope that, people that are not as confident, that they may
Right.
gain some confidence from hearing you tonight so that they
Yes, ma'am.
can do something on the next level within their lives that they may not, even if it's for general business or
Right.
just in their process of trusting their process in life,
Mm-hmm.
just to be a better person, because you constantly gave reminders that
Mm-hmm.
the competition isn't about the people around you. It's a me
Mm-mm.
versus me, and that you're
There
always
you go.
challenging yourself to take
Right.
things to the next level. And hopefully
Mm-hmm.
somebody will find encouragement in doing that as well. And knowing that
Mm-hmm.
you transition from a plant at Amazon
Yes.
to real estate, and not only did you grab real estate by the horns, but you transitioned into a
Yes.
whole team.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and I guess when you're in the middle of doing it, you don't realize how
Right.
great, awesome, amazing person you are. You're like, oh, you talk about me? I really, that is what I really did. So trust
Right. Me?
the process to be
Yes,
who
ma'am.
you are, the greatness. And like I said, your light is always shining, and
Thank you.
it's, it illuminates who you are, and it comes through all the time.
Thank
So
you.
thank
Appreciate
you
it.
again
You
for
welcome.
being here.
You welcome.